Hey guys, you're watching Explore the Weird. If you're into creepy, weird, strange, dark, literally any of the categories, let's think about considering joining the Ganja Goons gang. We are growing big and strong. You gotta interact with the video in some way, shape, or form. Smoke that like button or hit that subscribe. All right, let's get right into it.
Wait, did you hear R. Kelly saying Aaliyah was glowing when he first met her? Well, he was talking about a 12-year-old girl, because that's how old Aaliyah was when her uncle introduced her to Kelly. And while R. Kelly was only recently convicted, his predatory behavior was an open secret for years, and everyone in the music industry knew about it, including Jay-Z. In fact, Jay-Z recorded a joint album, Best of Both Worlds, with R. Kelly years after Kelly's illegal marriage to Aaliyah was exposed, and Dame Dash later said this is when he realized he had to cut ties with Jay-Z.
But then years later, they tried to do the tour.
The best of both.
Yeah, but it still didn't work out. But you notice I wasn't a part of any of that, and the karma happens. But the thing I didn't understand is I was like, I know I'm not with that. And because of the moral challenge and him choosing one way, I knew morally we weren't the same.
Right.
So to me, Rockefeller was defunct. It was over.
Word.
I couldn't. It was something that to me was just like, not to say unforgivable, but I couldn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? And then I didn't understand how people didn't. I thought, well, the people aren't gonna have that, but nobody said nothing.
All this has led many fans and some industry insiders to speculate that Aaliyah's death was a sacrifice. And even Mary J. Blige once referred to Aaliyah's death as a spiritual murder.
I just know that was a murder. You know what I'm saying? That was a spiritual murder, whether people know it or not. Because God don't kill people. You know what I'm saying? Whether people know it or not. And I could go deep, but a lot of people I would have to really bring proof. You know what I'm saying? For what I learned. And she just was cut down in the prime of her life. And it's so unfair. And it wasn't time. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I believe it wasn't her time to go because, from what I know, it ain't supposed to go down like that.
What's also a bizarre coincidence is that Jay-Z and Beyonce went public with their relationship the same year Aaliyah died. And that's also when Beyonce's solo career finally took off. And if you ask Jaguar Wright, there are too many coincidences at this point not to wonder if Jay-Z was somehow involved in Aaliyah's death. In her recent viral interview, Jaguar alleged that Jay climbed his way to the top by eliminating his competition, including Harlem rapper Big Al.
Yo, is that what you're supposed to do? You eliminate the competition in order to go up the ladder? Is that the way you do it? Is that what happened to X? Is Drake going up the ladder right now? God dang it, is that what happened to Aaliyah? Jay-Z and Beyonce going up the ladder as well? This is wild. I'm such a big believer in artists. Just, oh man, I love music. So sad to know that this is a thing that could potentially be happening. Because, you know, is it a coincidence? Because, dude, this is one hell of a coincidence. You know something shady's happening. You know something weird's going on. It just don't add up, you know? Oh man, this really makes me think. I personally did not listen to Aaliyah's music, but like the brief background my wife has told me about the situation is, hey, before Beyonce and Jay-Z, Aaliyah was quite big, her music was quite popular, and then she had passed, you know, and once she had passed, the Jay-Z and Beyonce became quite popular, and even the way that she had passed is questionable. It's almost like potentially she was unalived for a ritualistic purpose. So quite interesting. We've heard that in the music industry before. And you know, this Jaguar, right?
Roseanne Barr, did you see what she said today? She said she doesn't see a 2024 election even happening in the United States.
I don't think we're going to have no election.
You want to bet money?
I'll bet.
How much?
I'll bet big. I don't think we're going to have no election.
$1,000.
All right.
Shake hands.
I do not want to hear that.
I mean, it's possible because if Russia does technically declare war or we declare war, then he can stay in.
Right, he could declare martial law, or you could literally go into the War Powers Act, which then takes him out of the occasion, and then you have an entire emergency set up right now.
Dude, if the election doesn't happen, oh my God, people are going to be up in arms. People are going to be up in arms. How is that even possible? Why would you do that to them? We are supposed to have an election every 4 years in presidential scale. So in the US, that would be very hard. I think it's going to happen. So she's betting $1,000 on it. Would you bet $1,000? Would you? By the way, did you smoke that like button? Are you enjoying the content? You didn't smoke the like button. You gotta smoke the like button. Oh my god, these guys, noobs.
Yo, you wanna see some real shit? Or weird as fuck? AI is predicting who the president is, because this shit is crazy. Watch this shit. That was motherfucking crazy. Facts.
It wasn't too crazy to me because it's AI, right? So it's generative AI. So it kind of already knows in the database that these two guys are the guys that are going to be the winners. So it selected them and displayed them in an artistic rendering. So yeah, technically this feels all okay. Not too scary to me. Let it happen. Bring on the AI. I speed it all up. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yep, this terrifying situation is about to come true, and 2024 may be the start of a new ice age. Citizens were terrified after scientists confirmed that Italy and the rest of the world is in big danger and there's not much we can do. Volcano Campifragre is said to be the world's second most powerful volcano, and it's about to erupt. And when it erupts, it can cause the same damage as Pompeii to the world. The issue is that Campifragre currently lays on top of magma that is reported to be connected to Mount Vesuvius. This means that when Campifragre erupts, it's believed both volcanoes could go off at the same time, causing not only destruction of Italy, but possibly turning the entirety of Earth into a permanent winter for up to 3 years. Not only affecting the crops, but the air quality and our drinking water won't be safe anymore. Currently, there is a big chance Campifragre could go off in the very near future, with 1,100 earthquakes happening near Naples in just the past month. With a study from the Communications, Earth and Environmental Journal, eruption is a realistic possibility. Time to head to the moon.
Let it happen. Let it happen. I'm ready for anything. I'm ready for anything. Is this why there's not going to be a 2024 election as said by the other video? Oh boy. Oh boy. I can only, it makes you wonder where and when and if we'll ever have an indication 3 volcanoes going off at the same time. I'm personally ready for it. It's going to happen anyway. We're going to all be leaving this earth in one way, shape, or form. So if it's all together, I'm happy to do it with the Goon Gang, Sounds good.
What if I told you the universe don't interfere with the government tactics because they're not breaking universal laws? Would you believe me? I don't care if you're good or evil. There are certain laws in the universe we all must live by. And if people can find a way to get around these laws, karma don't come back to them. Life in the universe is all about growth. So if you are going through something in your life right now where you're trying to wake up, the universe is going to support you. Remember, there was a time where the woke people were asleep and the universe still supported us. It's important to understand this because once you get in the matrix, you understand that there are certain things that just don't seem right. Especially when you wake up and you try to help other people wake up and they just won't wake up. It goes by natural laws of the universe. What the government did was they lowered our vibration and made us forget about love and oneness. And once we forgot about love and oneness, our vibration on this planet actually dropped. Therefore, they can break universal laws and not break it at the same time. They made us drop to our knees and pray and beg for a God outside of ourselves. So as long as you're waiting for someone to save you, you will never be saved. The real universe is within us, but they told us it's out there. Remember, knowledge and wisdom is our birthright. We was born with these things. They're not given to us. They're born within us. I've been on my spiritual journey since 2010. I was so-called woke when it wasn't even cool to be woke. Now it's a cool thing. But I came across certain knowledge whereas I learned about real freedom and how to break the rules of the matrix. Everyone on this planet is supposed to be free. Go back within and understand the universe that's within you. Once you understand this, nothing outside of you can actually break you. By the way, I'm doing one-on-one conversations on how to break the rules of the matrix and go back within yourself. The link is in the bio if you want to set up a one-on-one conversation. All you gotta do is go to the bio, circle how to escape the matrix and set up an appointment. The reason why you want to know this knowledge to how to escape the matrix is because we all have certain amount of reincarnations. We have certain amount of reincarnations to get this thing done right. If we don't get it right, then we will be stuck in the matrix. Schedule your appointment to learn how to break the rules of the matrix.
Yeah, big believer in reincarnation, but I'm not sure if this guy's gonna have the key that you need to schedule an appointment, because, you know, a lot of this stuff we can kind of come to those conclusions that there are people that are awoke or having a spiritual journey, and they need to have that time. I don't know if everyone can then, you know, call themselves a guide in that awakening. You know, and that whole matrix spiel kind of feels Andrew Tatey. Not too fond of that, but hey, if this guy has had, you know, that spiritualistic awakening and he wants to awaken others, all power to him, let it happen. But in reality, I don't think you need him. I think you can come to these conclusions by yourself. You can wake up by yourself. You don't need to have a one-on-one. You don't need to pay anybody. Just make it you know, an informed, knowledgeable learning decision, and you see that, hey, after, you know, gaining this knowledge and learning, maybe something ain't right here. And, you know, that's really what wokeism is, right? So yeah, interesting.
It is like all forms of government.
Somebody must rule.
And I don't like the word rule.
Well, if we don't like the word rule, let's call it leadership.
Leadership in government is political power, and political power is an official form of antagonizing the people.
What magazine did you say he edits?
A commentary on current events.
I can't believe this was filmed in the 50s and just how much of it is still relevant today. Makes you wonder what else we have not noticed. TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only.
But, my dear young man, politics are necessary.
Politics are rules imposed upon the people.
Are not imposed. They are the wish of all free citizens.
Travel around a bit, then you'll see how free they are.
Yes, but you didn't let me finish.
They have every man in a straitjacket, and without a passport, he can't move a toe.
But if you'll allow me to...
In a free world, they violate the natural rights of every citizen.
But you don't let me put it...
They have become the weapons of political despots.
Yes, but may I...
And if you don't think as they think, you're deprived of your passport.
Will you allow me
to leave a country is like breaking out of jail.
Yes,
and to enter a country is like going through the eye of a needle.
But
am I free to travel?
Of course you're free to travel.
Only with a passport.
Will you allow me to say something?
Only with a passport. Do animals need passports? It is like all forms of government.
Oh my god. This is a little too real. This definitely feels very, very real. Yeah, we still need passports. Passports does feel like the way to break out and enter a new country, right? You need one of them to move. Animals don't. Animals don't. Dude, what movie is this even from? Man, this is... Yeah, I can agree. And I'm still laughing at this because nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. We still need a passport. We're still moving around. Government still exists. The two parties are there. It truly is a two-party system, regardless of all the other parties that are there. I know not everyone gonna agree, but yeah, quite interesting here.
What's Trump trying to say? To your 87 million followers, a conspiracy theory that Joe Biden orchestrated to have SEAL Team 6, the Navy SEAL Team 6, killed to cover up the fake death of bin Laden. Now, why would you send a lie like that to your followers? You retweeted it.
That was a retweet. That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a position.
You're not like someone.
Yeah, I mean, it was a retweet. It doesn't actually mean anything. I'm kind of on his side on this one. I'm personally not trying to go political on anything. I mean, we're exploring the weird ourselves. If I see something crazy, I'm gonna tell you goons and be like, hey, do you guys know anything about it? It's not I'm not in a position where I go, oh my god, people are gonna believe all this. But I don't know if people completely took his Twitter account in that aspect at that time. You know, people were like, clearly to me, I could tell his tweets aren't the presidential official creed, right? The news or anything. It's not the official statement. So it was obvious to me. But some of these guys, man, they'll come up with anything to disavow that, hey, yeah, because he was putting out tweets, it's an issue. And now we have our current POTUS, who I don't even know if he tweets or who's even in charge of the tweeting. But this guy's tweets were way crazier, I promise you.
Behind this,
I want to know.
what's behind the scenes of power? There exists an enigmatic personality that raises unsettling questions. This secret president. Biden rouses doubts and speculations. Is he a human being, a clone, or even a robot? Upon closer examination of some of his appearances, unusual behaviors emerge, reactions that seem almost artificial. Are these mere coincidences, or is there something much deeper to uncover? This mystery intrigues and beckons us to delve into the hidden truth behind this enigmatic figure. It's time to venture into the unknown and ponder what lies behind the mask of this secret president. The answer may reveal far more than we ever imagined.
I mean, all those videos portraying Biden appeared okay and normal. It just seemed like Biden was lost and walking around. I've seen videos of Biden falling as well. I mean, I've seen many videos of other presidents as well doing weird things. Nothing seemed too out of the ordinary. Was there more to this? Am I missing something? I already kind of knew this. And he also smells hair. I've heard this. He smells people.
The year is 2024, and your electrical car won't start for 72 hours because what you posted on social media has been deemed offensive by the government. Think this sounds too far-fetched or it's not going to happen? Powers that be are not trying to mimic China's social credit score system. Wake up and observe the Orwellian changes around us. The ultimate goal of the ruling class is to control the masses. You hooked up to a social credit score tied to a V-passport, tied to your digital wallet, where if you get out of line, they turn your purchasing power off just like that. You can't participate in society. Stand your ground. Stay vigilant. Do not comply, or else we're all fucked.
Maybe aspects of the social system could be coming to the U.S. in the far future, but I personally don't feel like in any way, shape, or form there would be a government entity that is pushing a social system, at least in the United States. If it came in the way of like, hey, you need your Uber rating above 4.0 in order to purchase this thing or do something, I can see aspects of like private entities trying to do that social credit scoring type deal or aspect, but I can't see a government stepping in, at least in the United States. But yes, this already exists in some way, shape, or form in China. We've seen that with the yuan. CBDCs coming in too. You wonder if that is really the end goal, so they can even restrict to the granular level of what you purchase, and if they can put limitations and give you reasons to purchase other ones, it really pushes the narrative that you are now controlled by a government entity. Bum, bum, bum. So yeah, I think this can totally happen.
Simpsons event that...
The Simpsons.
So many Simpsons. I'm predicting Tucker Carlson is about to run for president and/or be someone's VP pick. Or there's a massive scandal involving an intern. Wait, what the hell? What is this? What is this? When was this? This was in April? Nah, this already... No, what did he do? He's doing an interview with Alex Jones. I kind of want to watch that because big fan of Alex Jones. I like his craziness. Regardless of the views and what people feel about him, I'm definitely quite intrigued in this. interview just to see what comes out of it. And then we know he's like starting his own network or news station or something like that. So he's doing things.
So I have a conspiracy theory. Even though, you can come and comment on this later when you see it yourself. But I've been trying to sit and wonder why the Democratic Party would be so focused on Joe Biden only in the scheme of the reality that we're living in, and the reality of how he's polling against Trump. And the obvious answer is that he will not be able to win if he is the choice for the Democratic Party. So I see the Democrats basically offering themselves up. And I wonder, I'm like, why would they want to do that? And then I remember that they are two heads of the same beast, and they want Trump in office so that they can keep doing all their fascism. And it looks even worse because someone who tells the truth will be there. Listen, tells the truth, right, is a very relative thing. Tells their truth, tells you what they actually think and what they actually want to do, instead of lie to your fucking face and then commit genocide and drop bombs and pretend they're good people. So if I just we know that those are the two choices, right? So if we know that those are the two choices, then why would they completely ignore Marianne Williamson? Why is Florida choosing to, the Democratic Party in Florida has chosen to only put Joe Biden on the primary ballot? Why would they do that unless they were all plotting to make sure that there was a specific outcome? Why would they do that? I want you to ask yourself that. But maybe I'm just a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, maybe you are. Maybe we all are. Quite interesting theory. Yeah, they still haven't declared a candidate for the Democratic Party, and you do wonder, depending on the polls and the data is as accurate as the data can be. So who knows, right? And it's been wrong before. Even when Hillary and Trump ran, data showed Hillary as the candidate. A lot of AI predictions even showed Hillary, and then boom, Trump, right? And now in the Biden Trump situation, same thing. A lot of things showed Trump was gonna be the candidate, and then boom, Biden. So it's hard to say what could happen, but a quite interesting theory in the grand scheme of things. If they go with Biden again, it does show in the data that Trump would potentially do better in the polls, but we won't know till the polling happens. And now we got to wrap it up, and we circle back to that first video. Is the 2024 elections gonna happen or not? That lady was betting $1,000. Oh man, I said first video, second video, sorry. The first video was someone sent it in, and I wanted to make sure it was reviewed. Steph, that was her name. So yes, that is what I had for today, guys. If you're into creepy, strange, weird, scary, paranormal, literally every single category that you can think of, let me know. Interact with the video. You'll see me again. Did you make it to the end? We had a word for the last one. I'm gonna say Pearl. If you made it to the end, Pearl, let me know. I'll know. I know if you somehow said Pearl, I'll know. All right, goodbye. Stay safe.